Welcome everybody. Just before today's episode of Regrowth, I just like to make a mention that I kind of lost the footage for my the third take of the Gaia battle fight. Now this happens to be the take where I actually do defeat the Gaia, the Guardian of Gaia. Nameless to say, it just took another runic ring of shielding plus a flask of absorption. That was the two things differently I did in that combat, and unfortunately that footage has been lost due to my own ineptitude. I decided to basically try and free up some hard drive space, and I inadvertently deleted that footage, so it is what it is. So let's get into today's episode. Welcome back everybody to FTB Regrowth. Okay, today we are going to get involved in something. We are going to get involved with blood magic. Why, you may ask? For one very good reason. I am looking as kind of an end goal, something I've always wanted to do in Regrowth but never really been able to, and that is to get into Millionaire. And to actually get into Millionaire, you need one of these, a Wand of Summoning. Okay, so Gaia Spirit, we've done that. We've managed to get that, that's great. The Primordial Pearl, which is endgame Thorncraft, don't really want to mess with that right now. I want to do something a little different. And the scrolls here, they are made up of knowledge fragments. Again, that's more Thorncraft. But the one thing that we're going to need is a blood infused stick, which is a part of blood magic. For that you need blood infused wood, which you need a blood altar of at least tier 2. And I haven't touched the quest there, so we might as well get started on blood magic. It's a requirement. Oh, another thing too. If you've got into mechanism as far as I have, do go ahead and make yourself a jetpack. They are so good for just flying around and even hitting hover mode. So you can basically just fly around and do stuff like underneath canopies and such. I mean, it holds enough hydrogen in it so you can actually really do a lot of almost creative type flight, but it's pretty damn close. So, do yourself a favour. If you're into mechanism this far, make yourself a jetpack. They're great things. Very handy. Right, so, blood magic. Where to start? I suppose the quest book is probably a good place. Right, the way the world bleeds. Haven't got there much at all. And we've got so much things to do. Okay, dark development. So we've got to make a blood altar. Now, as you can see, I've run another applied energistics crafting panel out here of the colour red. Very appropriate. So, the blood altar. Okay, that's a portable altar. I've never seen those before. They seem to be of different tiers. Apparently you can't make them. That's okay. Right, to make this, we're going to need to make firstly, a runic altar. Easy. That's the easy part. Now, just an altar itself. Now, I'm going to have to pop down to the witchery area because we don't have everything there. So, let's go down to witchery. And as you see, I've run another applied energistics panel out here of the colour black. So that's cool. We're going to actually start placing all our witchery stuff into applied energistics. Is there anything in here that, apart from wood ash? No. Okay, there's a lot of things we have to actually in here. We just need to clear these chests out. As you can see, I actually started with a clean inventory. We'll get there, of course. Okay, we want to keep that. And eventually, I want to get to the stage of being able to automate witchery. Completely, fully automate it. So that's going to be a bit of a task as well. I'm going to need a golem, actually, to fill the cauldron full of water and also keep the kettle topped up as well. That's their plans in the future. If I can fully automate witchery, I can fully make like the... well, automate as much as possible, making the ritual to change the biomes over. It's going to be easier all round. For when I get into Millionaire and I start really doing some major terraforming, then the series may drop off a little bit, and I'm just going to basically try and terraform the world, make little villages here and there, connect them with Railcraft, Railcraft, rail network, and just bust around and do stuff. And with no threat of the pack updating and busting a world, I can do this now. So that's great. Okay, the other thing, I got to put those in there. Do I actually have enough to actually make the altar? What am I missing? Actually, apart from everything. I don't have any rowan wood. Oh my goodness. This is going to turn into an episode of just trying to get all the witchery stuff together. Now, I do believe I do have some rowan trees actually growing, so that's okay. Well, just throw all that stuff in there, so it's all in one place. Right. Rowan trees get the. We just need stone. Clear that out. Whoops. We'll just take a stack of stone bricks, throw them back in the system. What else did I need? Just about everything. Altars. Altars. Exhale of Horned and Breath of the Goddess. So Breath of the Goddess is birch saplings. This is exactly why... birch. I got plenty of birch saplings. Because of the tree farm. I made it in birch for a very specific reason. Also, it wouldn't clog with apples. There was definitely a reason for that too. Right, so that's away. It's doing its thing. We'll plug that in there. Look at this nice clean inventory. Wouldn't people be proud? Okay, so I got one Breath of the Goddess. Fantastic. Horned. That is oak saplings. So what I can do... Actually, we'll go back to here. We'll go back to the birch saplings. We'll pull a stack out of there. We'll pop up to the botanical area. And I'm going to actually just move... Actually, what I'm going to do... I am kind of sidetracking here. Gaia spreader. I should be able to make one of those. I don't know how many more Gaia spirits I've got, but actually I've got 3. I only need 1 to make the other one, although I still can probably do the Gaia fight again. It probably won't be that bad. I've got a half decent setup. I can probably do better, however. So we're going to get rid of that. Get rid of that. Move you. Come here. Oh no, he disappeared. Into the system, probably. We're going to take that spreader. We're going to put a Gaia spreader there. We're going to use the potency lens. We might as well use that on there and on that one because we can. And I just need my wand. That'll just give me easier access to the catalyst. Boom and boom. Lovely. Okay, so that I need to get the saplings to what was it? Oak, of course. That's acacia. Dark oak, which is not quite there yet. There we go. How easy was that? Didn't need to chop trees at all. And I really didn't need to teleport up there. I could have just run over there and just flown up. Never mind. Okay, we're going to take those birch saplings out because that's more than enough. We only need one. Actually, we need two. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we need two. Gonna have to make some more clay jars at some stage. So we're going to need at least two of those. And we'll let that run. Okay, so we've got two of those. The mana spreader can go back there. Birch saplings can go back in. Breath of the Goddess, fine. Actually, the runic order can also go into there. Now, do I have a lumber axe? Because we've got to go chop some trees down. I do have one. However, it does need a little bit of patching up. Cobble. Thank you. I do like the ability of actually repairing axes in my inventory. I've been playing around with a little bit of 1.10 Minecraft, modded Minecraft actually, as it were, and oh, there's a nice rowan tree there. I don't want to mess with the altar. Do we have a rowan tree elsewhere? I'm sure I do. Or maybe not. Huh. I'm sure I've got a rowan sapling. Surely. Of course I do. I've got plenty of rowan saplings. Some bone meal. Let's go make some trees. I'll tell you what. We'll be right back after I've done that. I mean, growing trees is pretty basic. I'm sure everybody knows how to grow trees by now. I'm sure about it. Alright, Vase. We'll be right back. Alrighty. A few rowan wood trees going to chop down. A few ants killed as well. That did happen. So I got some more end twigs and actually dropped some hawthorn saplings as well. So I was able to throw them down. So now I should have everything I need for the altar. So I need at least 4 of those. So that's done. So that part's done. So that's great. Thormium ingots. Do I have any? Yes, I do. Fantastic. Don't have to worry about that. Now for the... Is it charged? I'm not entirely sure whether it's a charge. Yeah, it's a charged tombstone. Well, I haven't actually done that yet. A tombstone. Okay, so A Tombstone is just this, so we're going to actually go down to the applied energistics room and we'll sort that pattern out. So we're after a Tombstone. One of those. What is it missing? A bucket of lava. Aha! This we can actually put in also. Lava. Lava bucket. Easy. Easy done. So I'll throw that into the system. I'm getting very close on actually filling out the second level. I've got another 3 or 4 to go, so 32 ME interfaces for auto crafting times the amount of actually auto crafting that you need to do. Yeah. If I fill it, it's going to be amazing. Okay, now I've got one of those. There's something I've got to... There's something I should try and do, and that is automate the Gaia portal. Not the Gaia portal, the Alpine portal. Like putting items in and getting items out. I mean, I've got the ability to funnel stuff in and out of there. That's something I have to do at a later stage. Maybe in between episodes. Right. A Tombstone. One of those. Pattern for that, thank you. And we'll craft one as well. Of course, this is actually getting into areas where... Oh my god. Excuse me. Itchy nose is just incredible. It's probably going to itch again at some stage. Alright, so that bucket goes back in there. So we've got an attuned stone, that's great. Now we've got to charge it. I've got to remember how to do that. So, witchery, right. It's in a witchery book. It's... Witch's Brews? I don't think so. Herbology, collecting fumes. Cauldron Ritual. It's definitely a Cauldron Ritual, I think. Full Cauldron must be used to cast a ritual. Waystones we're not doing. Covens not we're doing. Disperse not doing. Risks and power. Oh boy. Okay, hang on. Let's read this. Ritual or white, small and medium circles can be used to moderately reduce power cost and eliminate side effects. Okay. Infernal, red, small and or medium circles can be used to significantly reduce altar power costs, but at increased risk of side effects. I'd rather just go with a higher cost, higher cost of an altar, and go without the side effects, because we've gone through like some of those before. Red and white circles may be mixed as desired to get the appropriate balance of power costs and risks. Okay. This is interesting. When a ritual fails, it'll emit a coloured smoke. Green, targets too far. Blue, coven needed. Red, invalid circles. Yellow, underpowered. Purple, other failure. Rituals will not start if there's too little power. Okay. Raise land, no, we're not going to do that. Extended curse of blindness. Okay, other rituals. Bind waystone. Transpose, find structure. What's find structure? Summon a spirit that flies towards the closest village or nether fortress. Draw a 3x3 white short circle. Drop a subdued spirit or a tombstone in the center and wait. Huh. Okay. Power. A tombstone. These are actual brewings. Okay, other rituals, bind waystone, blood waystone, transpose. No, it's not in this book. Must be in one of these other witchery books. Witchery's Brews, Witchery's Herbology. Maybe, let's go back to the quest book, because I'm damn sure there is a quest for this to do. How the world grows? Yes. Dream Kettle. Augmented Attunement. Don't want to go into there, not yet. Now, it's definitely a book. Or maybe let's look at witchery. Looking. Hang on, here we are, books. Collecting fumes, distilling, circle magic. Circle magic, this is the one we want. We want that book. Because a Tombstone is all about circle magic. Do. Did I go too far? I think I did. Yep, here we are. This is the one. What am I missing? Belladonna. Whoop. I'm damn sure I had a belladonna crop down here. A really big one too. Oh no, there's mandrakes. Okay, we've got one belladonna flower. That's okay. We've got lots of mandrakes though. Belladonnas. They're mandrakes. They're artichokes. We'll collect those, why not? I'm going to have to basically use a lot of these other growing rooms and reconvert them. Well, that's power. To basically be a place to grow all the witchery stuff. I mean, it's logical. It's close by to the witchery area. That's pretty much the way it's been going. So that goes there. Boom. Done. Right. I'm going to have to get some chalk. Okay. So there's that one. Okay, so it's actually a ritual? Oh, crud. I don't have an area to do a ritual in. Huh. How big is the ritual that I need? Binding a waystone. Transposition, bestial coal. Scrolling. Keep that booker scrolling. Till I find the ritual that I want. Summoning. Oh, I must have gone too, but that was way too far. Binding. It's a ritual of rite of charging. Here we are. This is the one. Okay. So the good news is I've got everything. I've got an altar power that's high enough. So that's good. I just need room to actually put down this basic rune. So I think I'm going to make another level up here for that. It's fairly close to the altar, so that's good. And the altar power is 3.6. Well, yeah, 3.6k. Nearly 4k. which is more than enough for that ritual. So we'll be right back once I've carved out a room for this. Alright, well, that's the room carved out. By no means it looks pretty, but we'll get to that eventually at some other stage. Maybe I'll start doing some, say, live streaming and just do decorative work. Maybe I'll get back to that at some stage. But the one thing I did realise while I was doing this, I need actually a gold glyph. I think it's called a glyph anyway, in the center here, and that requires, I think it's a kettle recipe, if I'm not much mistaken. Oh no, it's a cauldron recipe. So it's basically mandrake, gold nugget, and chalk. So gold nugget, mandrakes I should have a lot of. Oh, not really. I have one. And I'm going to grab a bucket also. I'm definitely going to make a golem to basically keep this thing filled. There is actually another witching gadget that you can actually get. It's called the Ever Full Urn, and I think it's in witching gadgets. It's either in witching gadgets or it's something else. I can't remember exactly where it is, but it is in the Thaumonomicon somewhere. It may be under Automage. No, I don't think it's Automagi. Whoops. Arcane artifacts? No, that's all to do with blood magic. Maybe there's something in here. I don't really remember. If you remember where the Everfull Urn is, do leave me a message down in the comment section, because that would be actually quite handy. It's also another way to actually keep these things full. Right, so one of those, 2, and 3. Or failing that, I can just use a golem. Golems, I know, it's fairly easy. So we've got a mandrake, gold nugget, chalk, and success. Yay! Gold chalk, fantastic. You had me worried there for a little bit. Right, now I'm actually going to try and do a center down from this window, and I think that should be enough for this particular circle. I think. I don't know. I think. Right, so drawing these was always fun. Actually, what we can do is go to the brews. Cauldron Rituals, other rituals. Blooded Waystone, Transpose. This actually give me a better idea. That's a 5x5. No, I need a 7x7. Hold a second. Other rituals, fine structure. Where did I read it? Cauldron. Oh, they're all cauldron-based ones. Although it does give me a really good idea. So what we can do is, let me see. It's been ages since I've drawn one of these out, so I don't know. 1, 2, 1, 2. That looks about right. And I've got a bad feeling I'm going to run out of white chalk by the end of it, and I'm going to have to make another one. That looks about right. Yeah, that's perfect. So then it's one more out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 1, 2. 2, 3. So that should be 2 there. 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2. Fantastic. There we go. That's all done. I'm pretty sure. If not, it's just not going to work. Okay, so charging a stone, we're going to need a Tombstone, which we've got one of those, glowstone, dust, redstone, wood ash, and quicklime. So wood ash, well, we've got some there. So wood ash, quicklime, which we do have, redstone. We'll just craft 2 stacks up. Actually, just before we wrap up this episode, we'll actually go back to the redstone crop, and I'll show you what I've done there too, in between episodes. And glowstone. Can I get 2 stacks? Yes, I can. Again, don't really need a stack of this stuff. I only really need 1. But that should do it. Redstone, glowstone, wood ash, quicklime, Tombstone. So it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that should do the trick. So, one of those, 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 and with an empty hand, click that. Takes the items, and poof! Done. I do remember kind of automating this sort of thing. I know it's possible. I'm just trying to remember how. Whether you use a dispenser to do basically facilitate a click, or maybe a redstone pulse will actually do it. Or I'm just going to have to be here and you can just basically just call a recipe down. I think that's probably going to be the way to do it. But we have our Tombstone. We can keep moving with blood magic. Yeah. Has it actually completed a quest for us? I doubt it. Nah. That's okay, though. That's okay. We can get our altar now. Yippee! Ta-da! Blood altar. Well, the only thing that remains to be done is to go to the blood altar area and think of, well, that roughly looks like a good spot. Yes, that's where the blood altar is going to be, and I'm just going to have to basically mold the mountain around the altar that's going to be preceding it. Alright folks, well thank you all for joining me. Of course, if you do like the video, do go ahead and click that like button for me. And of course, as always, if you wouldn't mind maybe sharing the videos around to Facebook, Twitter, or anywhere else that you see fit, that'll be great. Would help me out. Get my videos seen by more people, and more people can enjoy my work. Alright folks, well I've been Raetac, I'll see you next time.